Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to the party, and welcome to the Nakatomi Tower. If you're walking around the building barefoot, you might be the good guy. You're walking around with those phony European IDs. You might be the bad guy. I don't know. We'll see what's going on here. How's your Twinkie? Welcome everybody to the show. Yeah, it's for the wife. Yeah, big time. We'll bag it big time. Welcome all to the program this morning. Mr. Takagi unfortunately won't be joining us for the rest of his life. He didn't hand over the codes, and so his suit was ruined. But in any event, we move on, and we try to get ahead in this market and stay on top of all the wild and crazy things going on out there. Welcome to viewers from around the world who are here. Of course, members of the channel. Chilling with Uncle Bruce members, Gold Bagel members, subscribers, lurkers. How's it going? Welcome. We're watching the market so far this morning in a bit of a negative spot, although NASDAQ has kind of reluctantly been hanging on to like a break even. The Dow's off 154, which is 0.39 of a percentage point. S&P 500 is off about 9 points. Barely a fifth of a percent, if that. And then the Nasdaq's up 2 points. Oil down 37 cents. Nothing much going on there. 79.60 is the actual price. So we're hovering more like towards 80 than 75 at the moment in Texas. Lots of talk out there about many topics. Your headlines are China, oil, interest rates, the U.S. economy, and the U.S. economy. The rest of the world is envious of America, and Americans are upset. The rest of the world looks at the U.S. economy and goes, "Oh God, I wish we had their economy." And Americans are going, "We're getting killed over here." Europeans and other countries around the world are looking at inflation, and they're looking at stagnant values of price salary increases. They're looking at their currencies under pressure, import prices higher. America is the opposite. Jobs available, all you want, record low unemployment rate, lower inflation rate, productivity gains happening in America. Raises are being handed to most employees, and Americans are really mad. And the rest of the world looks at Americans and goes, "You guys are crazy. You guys are out of your freaking mind. You have no idea how good you have it." And that's exactly what it is. Americans are so full of rage and anger and frustration at their own selves. They don't realize how good it is. And of course, if you're a politician and you want to get into power, you want to get reelected or be elected, your job is to muck it up and just make it look terrible and get people upset to vote for change. Vote for change. If you're in power and you're beholden to a particular leader, you act in a different way depending on which party you are from. And so Americans are upset at those people. They're upset at the independents. They're upset at what have you. And yet, despite all of it, despite all of this dysfunction in the United States, you've got the strongest economy on the planet. It just defies regular logic. The reason, though, why America's economy does so well is because dictators can't run economies. They're god awful at it. And it has been that way throughout the history of mankind. Dictators have a way of getting so full of themselves that they view their people as slaves or subjects and just ignore their needs by not allowing them to beef about it. And so in Russia, you don't have any opponents running for president other than Putin. I mean, there's a couple of theoretical people in the parliament that have been approved to run against Putin, but they kind of agree with everything he does. So they're not going to get elected. Any opposition people in Russia have a funny habit of getting put in prison It's just amazing. And then dying in prison, many, and never being heard from again. It's a funny thing. In China, of course, there is no opposition because that's not allowed. You see, you're free to believe in whatever you want as long as you believe in what the dictator feels is to be believed in. And other than that, we don't have to talk about anything. In other countries, it's a different degree of dictatorship. I mean, Venezuela, you're either with Maduro or you're in jail or you're out of the country. I mean, pick your poison. I used to say, pick your poison. You can't pick your poison now because Russians have a way of poisoning people. Yeah, it's kind of scary out there, isn't it? The good news, still, it seems, is that most people in, let's say, North America and other G10s countries can voice their opinions more or less, but it's getting harder to do that. It's getting harder in some areas to be an opinionated person because it could cost you your life. It could cost you security and whatnot. Scary, isn't it? Anyway, it is what it is. If you're a viewer of this channel, though, you know something. You know one thing about this channel. If you're a viewer of this channel, there's one thing you know. One. There's always one thing. It doesn't matter. If you want to make money here, doesn't matter who the president is. It can be Orange Boy. It can be the current president. Doesn't matter. Who's running the Senate? Doesn't matter. What the Supreme Court says? Doesn't matter. Who's running the clown show at Congress? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Whatever laws are passed, doesn't matter. If you're a viewer of this channel, you actually don't have to care. You really don't. You might care. Fair enough, but you don't have to care. You're not going to have to guess whether you should invest in military producing companies that produce weapons, whether companies produce software, whether companies produce cars or produce computers or drugs or cigarettes. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to even own any shares if you're here. Generally speaking, for the most part, in most cases, you don't have to own shares. You can go so far as, in some cases, some of you with IRAs and these locked up funds, you can buy ETFs like index funds, and then write options on those. And just take a premium on option writing on funds that are locked up that if you took out, you'd be taxed at. But you're restricted to do other stuff. You can't do credit spreads, or you can't do this, you can't do that. So you do this. You don't own stock, you just own the index, and you write options against the index. You could do that. But for those of you on the outside, and when I say the outside, I mean those of you who have capital that you're living off of, this is going to replace your paycheck or has already. Those of you with those kinds of scenarios, all you need is write credit spreads, cash secured puts, write contracts against the indexes. You don't own any stock. You're not going to get caught up in a surprise bad earnings report on company A, B, or C. Of course, that means you're not going to get the upside of a good earnings surprise on company D, E, and F. But if your game plan is to generate enough revenue through your outside funds that are outside the retirement fund area, and you're going to live off of some of those proceeds and grow those dollars, well, then you don't need to have to own any securities of any kind. And you can be very liquid, earn interest on your money on a daily basis, depending on the platform you're using. Who are you trading through? And you can then go ahead and do credit spreads or cash secured puts and make your move that way. You get to limit your risk. You get to limit your time frame of exposure to any investment. You get to determine the pricing of the contracts, the strike prices. You call the shots. You in effect rig the slot machine so that it pays you off very handsomely, and you leave it out there on the casino floor and let the suckers come and play it. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I cannot emphasize enough how many viewers of this channel in the last now 3 years, but certainly in the last 2.5 years, how many viewers have come around to the fact that, gee, Bruce, I used to be a GameStop investor when I first found you. That's how I found you, was, through that crazy meme period of AMC and GameStop and all the other shares that went nuts. I followed you when the markets were hitting all-time highs way back when in 2021. And you came up with the idea of maybe writing options against GameStop shares to bring income into your hands while you're waiting for GameStop to go to the moon. And you were worried that you would lose your shares if you wrote options, and you found out very quickly that actually it doesn't even matter if I do get exercised. It's actually, I make money when I get exercised. I just turn around and buy them back and write more contracts. This is great. Actually, this is liberating. It was a big, wide eye opener. And of course, we've come a long way since with these 17 classes I've put out now. And we've done many a one-on-one with some of you, and we've come a long way down the highway. But here we are today, 17 classes later, where people are following this old man and saying to themselves, I thought I used to have to be into these mutual funds. I thought I had to leave my money with professional money managers. That was the only way that I would get anywhere, because I had to buy into the idea that I had to give my money to these New York-based investment management people, even if it's a local branch of, Chase Bank or whatever. I transfer money into my whatever account, and then they would manage it. Well, those people are in New York. I thought that was the way. And what you're finding out, and what many have found out, unfortunately, your parents have found out, grandparents have found out, uncles, cousins, co-workers, former college pals from 10, 20 years ago. Many, many, many people have figured out that leaving your money to these money managers generally means you're going to do less well than the stock market does. You don't even match the indexes. And you're asking yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I putting all this money aside to let these so-called experts run it when they can't even perform the market? And then you figure out part two. By the way, Vivash, thank you, buddy, for being a member here. Nice to have you. Welcome back, I think. You figure out that, well, Uncle Bruce, you are telling me that I don't have to own any stock. So you're telling me to avoid buying an index fund and write options on it. You're telling me I could choose to not own any stock and yet still write options, because you're saying with these classes and with these people here who are commenting every day, who are here, you're telling me that a whole bunch of these folks here are making more money than the indexes are going up, and they're at record highs. There are people making more money than the markets because they're writing options. Is that what you're saying? I'm going, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm asking you this simple question. Okay, Vivash knows the answer to this question. Beach Boy knows. Alberto knows. Marie knows. Melvin knows. Susan Shops knows. They all know. What do you want to do with the rest of your life? What do you want to do with the rest of your life? They know the answer to that question. And they're following their move. They're following their game plan. And they've decided, I'm going to run my own money. I'm going to make my money work for me, and I'm going to make it rock, because my money is not getting looked after the way it should be looked after by these so-called money managers out there. Those so-called money managers out there, these are the ones making millions a year in all kinds of dollars. Now, when I say money manager, it's not one person. It's not one particular, it's not the person you met at that local bank branch of yours. It's not that person, okay? You've never met the real money manager that handles the hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars out there. When I say all these managers, you'll never meet these people. These are the folks who are handling national pension funds, state pension funds, city pension funds, corporate pension funds. There are gazillions of them all over the world, and you're not going to bump into these people, generally speaking, because you're not in their world. And these high-enders, these top 1% managers up here, you'll never bump into them at the airport. Even if you're flying business class, you're not going to bump into these guys. These guys fly private. These people live in a world you don't ever get invited to. Okay. Yeah, theoretically, you could go to the Kentucky Derby and you could get into the clubhouse if you pay a big enough ticket price to get in. And some of them are in that room, but you're not going to get in here. You won't even know who they are. These are the folks who are making gazillions of dollars. And all they have to do is generate 2, 4, 5% return. And they don't get fired. They don't get let go. They get to keep their gigs, and they force people under them to work 100 hours a week, 80 hours a week, 60 hours a week, and slave away with research to keep making more money. Because these guys are taking the money off the top. They get a percentage of the value of the money they're managing, not the money they're making for you. Their payoff really comes from how much of your money are they managing. And so what's the incentive for them to make you a ton of money? Zero. Look, if I'm managing $100 billion and I can get 2% management fee, that's $2 billion a year in management fees. I pay myself $100 million a year out of that for 20 years. I've made money. I've made $2 billion in 20 years, and that goes up as the pile of money keeps climbing, even at 4 or 5%. Keep in mind also that money managers get richer every year because you keep putting money into their hands. Through your work efforts, for example, at your office, many of you out there are putting in 50, 100, 500, whatever per month into your retirement plan, and your employer might be matching it. That means for every employee, there could be 10, 15,000 a year going into these plans per person that is being managed by those people over there. And they're getting 2% off the top on the value of the amount of money that they're managing. And so if they make 4% on the market for you, and they've taken $100 billion and made it $104 billion, and then the contributions that are being made by all the employees, including you, is another $10 billion. Now we're up to $114 billion under management. They're getting 2% of 114 now. Last year it was 2% of 100. Next year it'll be 2% of 135 billion. And they're going to use charts that are going to show how the fund is growing. And you're just going to go, oh, wow, look at the performance of the chart. Yeah, it's a performance of the amount of capital in the account and value of the account. And if the market has had a good run, the 12% run, maybe the fund goes up 6%, 7%. Sure, yeah, well, these managers are happy to show you all this, but what they're not telling you is that the amount of money you're putting into the fund keeps rising. You get a 4% pay raise, that means you might put in an extra $10 a month to your retirement plan. There might be a percentage of your paycheck that's going, 6% of your check, 4% of your check, whatever the number is, and the employer is matching it. So last year, the pension fund thing that you were part of was worth $114 billion. This year, it's not $128 billion. It's $158 billion. Inflation has made contributions go up into these funds. Now, these dollars have to be invested, and they have to go to work. Some go into treasury bills, bonds. Some go into high-yielding stocks. Some go into other investments. Well, these managers have more money to invest with and put to work. That's why the markets are at record highs, because corporations are buying back their stocks, fewer shares to trade with, more money coming into the market every year, higher stock prices, and the top 1% of corporate people with all 80% of all the shares are even bigger billionaires. They're even richer. And so you've got to get your pound of flesh out of all this, but you can't afford to call first of all, you don't have a broker. If you did, great. But you can't just grab one of these little things right here, immediately put in a buy order for 1,000 shares of Nvda and go ahead and write 10 call contracts. You can't do that. You haven't got enough money to buy 1,000 shares of Nvidia. I mean, come on. $840 a share. What are they doing this morning? They're rocking again. 841 right now. So you need $841,000 to buy 1,000 shares of Nvidia. None of you, very few of you. There's a few of you who could do it, but most Americans, Canadians, Europeans can't do that. They don't have that kind of money. How are you going to make money on Nvidia if this thing is going to keep going to go up all the time? If this stock is really going to go to 1,000 a share in the next year, going to go to $1,200 in 2 years, how are you going to make that return on that move? I know. Hell, pick me, I say. This option, this channel right here, we figured it out. You're going to do put to credit spreads. And you're going to limit how many dollars you put in there. I mean, I have viewers here who don't understand it. They're amazed when they find out. They sit down, and it sort of happens in the evening after the day is over. There are viewers of mine who will sit there and go, I just wrote 3 put credit spreads on Nvidia today. And I brought in a credit of, $350 a contract, $400 a contract, whatever I brought in. But, I have a $20 spread between the put that I wrote and the put that I bought. It's a $20 spread. So I needed $2,000 to do one of these credit spreads. I needed $6,000 in equity to do 3 credit spreads. But you know what this means? I'm actually in control of, or that's not the right word. I am controlling, in a way, 300 shares of Nvidia, because I've written 3 puts and I bought three puts. That represents 300 shares through contracts. 100 shares is $84,000. I'm handling right now $250,000 of Nvidia through this credit spread. And yet my risk is $6,000 less the credit I received. And I'm exposed to this trade for 30 days. Let's just give it a generic number. So for 30 days, I have exposure in $250,000 of Nvidia, and I used $6,000 to do it. If I tried to buy stock for $6,000 on an $840 stock, I can't even buy 10 shares. I can buy like 6 shares, 7 shares. They go up, $10 each. My 7 shares are $70 richer. That's it. They go down $10 a share. I lose $70. I mean, stock is stock, right? If I bought 300 shares for $250,000 and they went up $10 a share, the 300 shares will be worth $3,000 more. If they go down $10 a share, I lose $3,000. I mean, it's all relative, isn't it? But with this put credit spread that I've taken on, I likely will have created a put credit spread at least $100 behind this market. I might be sitting on $720 and $700 puts. 720s I wrote, 700s I bought. The stock's at $840. I'm $120 under the market. That's my risk factor. This stock has to drop 120 just to bring my put at book value. Then it has to drop beyond that for me to actually get hit on this trade. I have got so much room here and protection, insurance, to roll my contracts. I can go forward a month, 2 months. I can go strike price lower. I can stay ahead of this market. If this stock wants to come down, my 2 contracts will go down too. This market wants to go up. My contracts are worth less and less money. The spread on them, the higher the stock goes, becomes 0. I'm making money. At the end of the day, the stock doesn't have to do a damn thing for me to make money, because we're 120 out of the money. And it's a 30-day contract. In 2 weeks from now, it's a 2-week contract. There aren't 30 days left. There are 15 days left. And in reality, 2 Fridays from now is not 15 trading days. It's 10 trading days. It's only 5 trading days a week. I'm 10 trading days away from these contracts being worthless. What are they at right now? And this is where viewers of this channel are going, okay, Mr. B, Uncle Bruce, I like this game. I like the fact that I don't have to put up $2,000 to do one of these credit spreads. I can even do a $10 credit spread. I can do a 720 put and a 710 put. It's lower credit spread, but lower cost. I can do more of them. It's all depending on how you want to do this. But Bruce, I like the idea of using $1,000 or $2,000 to do each position. I got 20 grand lying around that I used to have in different stocks or ETFs or whatever. If I use $20,000 to write 10 put spreads, each one is bringing me $400 in credit. That's $4,000 in credit in my account. Now, if in 2 weeks from now I can close this trade out for $1.50, I cleared $2,500. My $400 credit went down to $150 credit. I shut it down. I took the $250, the change. I kept the change. 250 times 10 contracts, $2,500, 2 weeks. I'll do another one. 2 weeks later, it happens again. I've made $5,000 this month. I made $5,000 net to me using $20,000 of capital. Now there's a nice example. I mean, that's, it's extreme. It's not guaranteed, but it's happening quite often. There are folks here saying to themselves, Bruce, I want to quit my day job. I really want to get out of this cubicle. I don't want to work for these people anymore. I'd really rather just watch the market full time and watch your show live, take your classes, and be able to do my trading without the office getting in the way of my trades and Zoom meetings. And I got to get in the car and I have to drive to a conference somewhere. I got to fly next week to the annual meeting of whatever. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be managing my money. I have $50,000 to $100,000 to manage. And I'm sitting here thinking, Bruce, look, if I could do 20 credit spreads on Nvda, and I can do 20 credit spreads on Microsoft, and I can do 20 credit spreads on Adobe, Netflix, or Apple, or the S&P 500 through the SPY ETF or the triple Qs. You know what? I've got exposure in AI through Nvidia. I have exposure through the market using the triple Qs or the SPYs. I have exposure in maybe Microsoft software. I'm watching 3, 4, 5 positions at the same time, and I'm managing 100,000 of my dollars. I've got 5 positions on the go, and I'm looking to bring in $2 per position. I'm looking to bring in $2,000 from this one. That's $10,000 in 2 to 3, 4 weeks. If I do a double turnover, again, 2 weeks and 2 weeks, okay, I could make $20,000 in a month, but I need $5,000 to live on. And I have 5 20 credit spread positions on the go. Each one needs to make me $1,000 in 30 days. That's all they have to do for me. If this one 20 put credit position, I net 1,000 on it, and I net 1,000 on that one, and just one per month per position, I walk out with $5,000. If I bring out 10,000 and I use 5 to live on, I add 5,000 to my portfolio, and I'm now managing an extra $5,000. And why am I working? Why, in God's name, do I get up an hour and a half before my shift begins, shower and change, eat breakfast, get on the bus, subway, in the car, however you get to the office, go to work, stay as long as necessary because you don't want to be showing off as a slacker, getting home after the commute, spending lunch money, coffee breaks, what have you, commute costs to get home at whatever time, and you look at the clock and go, I got up at 6 in the morning today and it's now 5:30 in the afternoon. That's 11 and a half hours. What do I get for that? Versus, can I manage my own money and make as much just managing my own money from my house, my apartment, in my RV? I could go to Hawaii for 2 weeks. I could go to London for 3 months and rent a flat with my girlfriend. And I could trade from there and we can see the UK for 3 months. You're in business wherever you are. If you get one of these, you're portable. You don't need to be at home ever. You can be anywhere you want and manage your affairs. Many folks around here are figuring out, I don't need to own any stock. I don't have a single share of Nvda, and yet I'm making money from Nvda. It doesn't matter if it goes up or down, because the amount of time I'm exposed on these credit spreads is so short that these contracts just shrink out. A 1 month contract on Nvidia or S&P, the SPYQs, or at Microsoft or Adobe, or what you pick your stock, a 1 month contract is a 20-day trading contract. There's only 5 trading days a week if we don't have a holiday Monday, and you go 30 days maximum. You're talking max 5 weeks, but generally 4 weeks, 20 trading days. Well, guess what? If there's 20 trading days between the day you create your put credit spread, or your cash secured put out of the money, or poor man covered call out of the money, whenever you write a contract, and there's 30 a month to go, there's 20 trading days left. Every day, 5% of the amount of time that contract has is gone. The contract is losing 5% of its time value every day, Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sundays are automatic. We don't trade. So after 2 weeks, 10 trading days have gone by, half the time is gone. That contract is down to 50% time. Do you want to know how much money you can make doing an option right credit spread call or put? You want to write a deep in the money, you want to write a call on a deep in the money call, like a poor man covered call. If you're going to write a 6-week contract, just pick a number here. Take a look at the option chain that you're using to determine which contract you're going to write. Look at your contract for 6 weeks out, and you'll see, oh yeah, I just wrote that one for $4 or $8 or $12, whatever you wrote it for. Take a look at the option chain for the contract that expires a week sooner or 2 weeks sooner, and then a week or two sooner than that, all the way down to this Friday. Okay, take a look, like on SPYs, they're fantastic, or triple Qs. You can look week for like up to 2 months. Take a look at how they depreciate in value. Your actual contract that you wrote, you got this much for it. Next, the one that expires a week sooner is worth this much. The one that expires a week sooner is worth this much, and this much, and every week until this Friday. And you take a look at this Friday's contract that you just wrote, the strike price you just wrote for 6 weeks from now. Take a look how little it has, what it's worth, because it's either in the money or out of the money. It's got 5 trading days left. You've got 20, 25, 30 trading days left. You can see the depreciation line. You can now go, oh, in 2 weeks, if the market's kind of in this neighborhood, this contract will be down here. That already is going to give you an open window to the kind of money you're going to make on this trade. Now, if it's part of a credit spread, you're writing a put and then you're buying a put. Well, the put you're writing, you get 10 for it. The put you're buying, you pay, say, 4 for it. There's a $6 credit. Okay. Both of these will drop in value, going down every day, every week, of course. But what you'll find is, oh yeah, that $10 contract drops more in value than the $4 contract. Well, yeah, if they're both going to drop 10% in value, the $10 contract goes down $1, the $4 contract goes down 40 cents. The shrinkage in that spread is 60 cents less. That's to you because you locked in the spread when you made the position. That spread is shrinking out, which means for you to unwind the trade, buy back the put, sell off that put, you keep the change. You brought in 600 per pair, you paid 400 to get out of it, you keep $200. You did 10 of them, you keep $2,000. You did 20 of them, you keep $4,000. Oh, people go, oh, that's how this works. I like this game. Yeah, we do like this game. It doesn't matter if the stock doesn't move at all in the next 2 weeks. If it goes up a little bit and you're into a put credit trade, your depreciation is even faster because your puts are further out of the money as the stock goes away from you. If the stock is coming down towards you, your contracts are shrinking in time while the stock is coming closer to your exercise price. Now it's a question of who gets to the finish line first. It's a marathon race. You have a 1 mile lead on the second place runner. You're running out of gas. You're running, but that runner a mile back's got a sprint going on. Can they catch you by the finish line? Because the race will end on the expiry date. Of course, you as a writer of contracts, the creator of this credit spread, you can end this trade anytime you want. You don't have to wait till the end. And so, of course, if Nvidia shares do some slumping and 2 weeks have gone by and they're coming down, you can roll out of that trade anytime you want. Maybe you break even on it. Maybe you've made a little bit on it. You've lost a little on it. Well, you're just going to turn right around and now create a new credit spread a month later at $100 below the market, $120 below the market of the current market, and take the new position. So rolling over is your friend. Time is your secret superpower. Welcome to the party. If you haven't taken any of my classes, you're at a severe disadvantage of making money. What I find here is when I have one-on-one sessions with people, they'll tell me most of the time, they'll say, I've taken all your classes, or I've taken half of them already. I'm going to take the other half. What they all are admitting is that I started with class number 1, and about 80% of what you were talking about, I was aware of. But 20% I wasn't quite aware of, and that was enlightening to actually learn that. Lesson number 2, I only knew about 60% of that. Lesson number 3, I knew about 40% of that. Lesson number 4, I knew 10% of that. Lesson number 5, and so on as you go down the line. Now, as you go into 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you have all the knowledge of lessons 1 through 7 or 8. You're now compounding knowledge on top of knowledge. And you're going to learn a bunch of little things you never knew before, but it's going to be on top of what you already know. And you will quickly figure out as you do these classes that there's a reason I start at number 1, and there's a reason I go all the way to 17. I get it now, because this is a compounding thing. The good news for many of you who are new here, you can start writing options anytime you want. And if you feel comfortable after 2 or 3 of my lessons to start writing some options, knock yourself out. If you're already generating some revenues, that helps pay for the classes you're going to continue to take. They're $150 each. I mean, they're not like $1,000 a class. They're $150. So if you're writing five contracts, you're writing 5 cash secured puts, and they depreciate 50 cents each over, say, a month. That's a $250 gain. That pays for almost 2 classes. If you're doing 5 credit spreads and you're bringing in 350 a spread, that's 1,715 credit. You give 700 back, 750 back, keep 1,000. That's 6 classes. You can do that once a month or 2. You'll pay for all 17 classes in less than 3 months. And after that, for the rest of your life, whatever you bring in is all yours, because this knowledge is going with you forever. Welcome to the Nakatomi Tower. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining me today. We got 19 minutes to go before we open. We're down 200 on the Dow, 13 on S&P. We're finally negative on NASDAQ, 8 points. That's it. And we're up 14 cents on crude oil right now. That's where we are sitting at the moment. Thank you for joining me today from wherever you are on the planet. It's great to have you here. We're just going to see what this market has in store for us, as we do every day. We're very open-minded about, hey, what do you want to do, market? We let the market tell us what it wants to do, and then we react accordingly. We don't front-run the market. There's no need to front-run it. We just respectfully stay out of the way of the stock market and let it dictate to us what it wants to do. And we take advantage of the time shrinkage out of the money contracts, either direction the market wants to go, or the stocks want to go. That's all there really is to it. It is simple in a way, but there's a complexity to it, because each of you who are watching me are different from the next person watching me. And so, yeah, you're option writers. If you're following me regularly, you're all option writers. But you're different kinds of option writers. Some of you are day trade aholics. You need the action. You can't stand it to do nothing for several days in a row. You have to be involved. So some of you are getting into 5 or 10 trades at a time, 5 different stocks, 2 indexes, different time frames, and that keeps your mind going and spreads your risk out over a number of positions, where others of you are all in on one deal. That's it. It's all or nothing on one position. Some of you are very happy being cash secured put writers because you love the idea of putting up capital to write put contracts out of the money for a nice premium, and you love doing this. You're folding your arms and you're watching the mayhem happen in the markets, and you're chortling away because you don't have to worry about it, and you're noticing that your puts that you wrote on the stock or whatever you wrote it on are depreciating. And you're just going, every time they go down a dime, I make this much more money. I'm that much richer. I love this game. I wrote a 6-week cash secured put, and with a week or two to go, I'll be buying it back for pennies on what I sold it for, and I'm going to create another one. And every time you roll over into another trade, you write more because you're taking the added capital you just got to now write an additional 5 or 10% more put contracts. You're getting a raise every month or two. You're getting a raise from your own account. Your boss at work won't even talk to you about a raise unless you bring it up, and they don't want to talk to you maybe for a year or a year and a half at a time because they view you as an expense, not as an asset. So you have that issue. Welcome all to the channel today. Thank you for joining me from wherever you are. Stephen Butler's here, Richard's here, Willie Lame Duck, Susan Shops, Honeybee. How is it going, everybody? The thumbs up meter is running. Lorraine is here, White Feather, Amy Jane, JR is here. Good morning, all of you. JR, what's going on? Marie, Earl, Vivash, of course, welcome to have you back. It's great. John, Deep Value, Vladdy, Robert, Parker, Ivy, how you guys doing? John Anderson, welcome. Pappy J, Juan, Mandu number 5. I'm the 45th, 46th thumbs up here. Good morning from B Tizzle. Who else? Corinne, JJ. Who else? Walter's here. CKT, Carlos. Not a lurker. Welcome all to the show. Alberto, good morning. Let's make the dinero. You bet. Melvin is here. Thank you, Vivash, for joining us today, and welcome aboard, all of you. Those of you who are upgrading your membership to Gold Bagel, thank you as well. You're showing such support for this YouTuber. I thank you. Vivash is a Gold Bagel member right there. Thank you, Vivash. Absolutely wonderful. Marie is saying, welcome. Bobby, hello. DB, good morning, Uncle Bruce. I'm thinking about doing a put credit spread on Nvidia, 780, 760 to expire March 15. Option chain now shows 330 credit. Does this seem like a good trade? Any feedback would be appreciated. Now, DB, I want to warn you, you may be looking at Friday night's close rather than this morning's actual opening. Be warned on that. So take a look at the option chain, after the first 10, 15 minutes of our session once we get started here, because you may find that the quote that you're looking at is too good to be true, and it may not fly. We're at $8.40 right now on the stock, and we're up $17 something a share at the moment. But the reality is that those quotes you are looking at may not be accurate. Another thing to think about, excuse me, you want to maximize your credit spread to you, of course, because as much as you can get, the biggest spread you can get is the maximum profit you can make on this trade. So you want that to be as good as possible. But make sure that the bid and ask of each of these contracts, the ones you're writing and the ones you're buying, are tight, are liquid, so that you don't have 25-cent spreads between each side of the market. You want it down to a nickel or less than 10-cent spread. You do not want to get caught where you create your put credit spread and give away 40 cents to the bid-ask spread on each of the positions, totaling 40 cents. That's a $40 per position loss. You want to do 5 of these, you just gave up $200. You don't want to be doing that. So it's worth much more than the commissions you're paying. It's incredibly important to be on top of that, okay? Wait a few minutes till after the opening and let's see what the stock's direction really is. It may only start with a slight gain, or it may have a viciously good gain, but then back off half of that gain. That's where you may want to make your move when you really see the stock settling in at a new level, okay? We don't want you overpaying. We don't want you having the wrong spread. We don't want you to have a loss on the bid ask differentials. So relax, take your time. It's not a race, and let's see what this market gives us. It may well be that the credit spread is only 225 to 250. It may not be as good as we hope it is. I can't say any more than that because we're not open. We'll open in 12 minutes and then see what gives. All right, but do keep me posted. Alberto, Vivash is back. Let's get the Donero Honeybee. Welcome, Vivash. Rob McMichael, I'm number 77. Dugan, I'm number 79. Larry Titus, I'm the 80th. Thumbs up for Bruce today. Thank you, Tom, Larry, and welcome all. Tom Kaufman couldn't say it any better than that. Let's make some money. I mean, come on. Let's go. I want a rock, says Ricardo. My first cash secured put start slow. We'll get the second class. Giddy up, baby. Honeybee is saying, Ricardo, nice. Robert Benson is here. Neat. Let's go, baby. Debbie B is here, number 84. Mike W, thoughts on buying deep in the money calls on Sofi? No, not at this time. Down the road, maybe. Honeybee, my retirement plan from a former job was yielding a pathetic 3%. Not even enough to keep up with inflation. I transferred it to my brokerage to grow it myself. Trading options, it's way up. There you go. I get this comment all the time. And I'm amazed at how many millions of people in just North America alone are in exactly this position. They've got their money with their employers. Their employers hired some kind of management company, and the results are pathetic. It's costing you dearly because this is supposed to be the retirement fund to complement your pension from your government, Social Security in the U.S., Canada, pension in Canada, and it's not there. There are people retiring at age 65 who were thinking they were going to get a couple of thousand a month in pension benefits from their former employer and then a couple of thousand a month from their government, and they're realizing, no, I'm only getting $800 from my employer. There's nothing there. I don't have enough socked away to live off this stuff. This money I'm getting barely covers my car payment and insurance on my car. I am nowhere. I thought I was going to travel the world. I thought I'd have a comfortable retirement. What happens if I get sick and I need to go to a senior center? I can't even afford that. Do not be one of these folks. If you're 40 now, 45 now, 50, 55, whatever your age is, review your retirement plan today. Demand to your employer or whoever the outfit is that's running this thing, what are my returns? Can I manage my own money? You can certainly do much better than that here without a doubt. Thank you all from Vivash. I'm back home, baby. Burrow King Sound is in the house. Good morning, everybody. Number 91, thumbs up. Let's see. Who else is here? Joel Warner, number 95. Good morning. White Feather saying to Mike, I think you want to just buy the shares and don't get cash. Don't get deep in the money calls. Just buy the stock. There you go. And White Feather, my daily commute from my bed to sofa luckily passes the coffee pot. Otherwise, it would be unbearable. This is a commute of the ages. Beach Boy, yo, Vivash, Lorraine, number 98. Dude, I'm number 100 on the thumbs up meter for Uncle Bruce. 9 minutes before the opening, we're at 100. Thank you all. Let's go. Hector, White Feather, exactly. What's your opinion on Dell? Seems to me like a bit oversold. It should take. I don't have an opinion on Dell. I really don't follow it. Can't follow everything, and I just don't follow Dell. Dude, China has some crazy electric vehicles. I gotta say, they have not just BYD, but some wild cars. Saw the Avatar in the showroom in a car by something HIPHI. Cool stuff. Marie, Raphael, I think the run up happened on day one and now it's over, so I wouldn't buy, but it could get good for credit spreads. Vivash, Beach Boy, Maria, Birdie, Marie B, I'm back with the gang. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. How about that? Beach Boy, I hope not a lurker has had his morning tap water and then some. Otherwise, expect the chat to get out of control. Uncle Bruce, this is not a drill. Thank you all. Welcome back, Vivash. Good morning from Big T. What's going on here? Dean, I'm late, but I made it. Flint Creek, weird. My message disappeared. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Beach Boy, Flint, Cashmere Alert. Honeybee, Flint Creek, good morning. Dude, I'm going to try to make it to the open, but it's been pretty late here in China. Doing good. I went out with the family tonight, heading to a big wedding with close family and friends in Sanya, China. Congrats. Enjoy over there. Matthew, did you guys already talk about the Bancorp deal with Galileo? No, I haven't already talked about it. Flint Creek, good morning. Honeybee, Susan Shops. All I can say is a gem of a channel. Uncle Bruce has the stock market experience and explains basic options and conservative moves anyone can do. The only requirement is you have to want to learn. Well said. Absolutely well said. Thank you all. Thank you, Susan. Beach Boy, so Uncle Bruce, if Sofi is at 908 now, does that mean it's getting delisted? I just want to rile you up. Dude, luckily I rolled to a nice cozy spot on all my spread calls and puts, and I'm out to April already. Arms are crossed. Uncle Bruce and everyone has taught me well. Now I can relax and enjoy my 3-week vacation. Fool of a took. Bruce, I don't think you can put a limit order on each leg of the spread. You can only put a limit on the net credit on Tasty Trade anyway. I guess the way to go would be to purchase your long call put first, then sell the other leg. Probably, again, it depends. For some of you, yes, you can manage your trade by telling the computer, this is the spread I want. So if you're noticing that the put you want to write and the put you want to buy, you've seen the bid ask on each one, you figure out, well, if I can get this price for the one I'm writing and I can get that price for the one I'm buying, my spread should be 228, 446, 652, whatever that number is. Put that spread number in there and just say to the computer, here's the spread I want. You're letting me enter the order with a spread number. Here's the spread number I want. Get it for me. Get it for me. Buy the put and write the put and buy the put at such prices that gives me this net spread. And I don't care what the prices are. I'm a happy camper because when I close this trade out, I'm going to put in a spread I'm willing to accept. So if I brought in 280 and I'm willing to get out with a 110 spread net, I put in a 280 and I got it. Great. I'm now putting in a 110 get me out trade. I'll take the $1.70. I get it. I don't. I wait. And the more I wait, the shrinkage is occurring. It will come my way. You can do it that way if you wish. Flint Creek, neat. Welcome, dude. Same thing. Let's see. A sell leg, then buy leg says, yeah, write first, then. Buy the put first, or you're long, and then you can write against it. If you write first, you may need much more margin than you imagine. So again, depending on your platform, and I can't speak to these, there are many of them. You got to figure this out. Are you home yet? Not a lurker. Also, no, not yet. Beach Boy, Honey Bee, way to go. Not home till March 16. Giddy up, everybody. Let's see here. Robert is saying, good morning, everybody. And Uncle Bruce, I gave you a thumbs up, number 117, I believe. I'll either stick around and listen until 9:30. I'll see you tonight. You got it, buddy. Thank you, man. Welcome all. Susan, and don't forget the taxes you'll have to pay when you start taking money out. Most folks don't realize how much taxes will be. Always talk to a tax professional for sure. I want you to have tax problems. I really do. I want you guys to all have massive, multi-million-dollar tax problems because you've made tens of millions of dollars doing these trades. Oh, the hardship. You'll find people that will help you a long way. It's going to be fine. All right. Even China's firewall can't keep me away from stock markets with Bruce. How about that? Giddy up, everybody. What else is going on here? Who else is here? 126 from Cow Tipper. Welcome. Juan is in the house. A thumbs up for Bruce. Matthew is in the house. what doing Spire, or what's up with Spire? You're trying to ask me? I don't know what's going on there. Good morning, number 127. We're 3 minutes away from the opening. I'll get to Spire later. Welcome. Bobby, Uncle Bruce, what is to be expected after a dividend day goes by? Could the stock go higher or lower? Tinfoil hat question, I know. Sometimes stocks react a little bit, but it depends on how much the dividend is. If the dividend is 10 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, not much going to happen. If the dividend is $2 a share, yeah, there could be a reaction. But if it's less than 50 cents a share or something, I don't think much will happen. And if it's a highly volatile stock, unlikely much will really happen there. All right. What else is going on? Thank you all for joining me. We're 3 minutes away from opening this market. See how the market wants to react today. So far, I see the Dow off 206 points, S&P down 11, and the NASDAQ down 3 3/4 points. Oil up 21 cents a barrel at $80.16, 8016. That's where we are right at the moment here in our pre-market and just moments before we begin trading. Thank you, all of you out there who have hit the thumbs up button for me today, who have come in here and upgraded your membership from Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level to Gold Bagel level. I appreciate that. Thank you for those of you coming back after being away a while. It's nice to see you all here. I'm excited for what's coming down the pipe for you. We have 134 thumbs ups already. We always love to shoot for 200 per show. So if you're able to hit the thumbs up button and get us closer to 200, thank you all for making it possible. It's much appreciated. Nice to see you in the house, guys. We're here to make money in this market. It doesn't matter what direction it wants to go. Dough is coming your way no matter what. Simple as that. It's really not too complicated. We like to sell high and buy low. That's really it. We're just kind of funny that way. We like to sell high and buy low. 138 thumbs ups now are officially on board. Thank you. Savage of Wall Street, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Let's get this money here. Flint Creek, that tobacco and vanilla soap is the truth. There you go. Right. People ordering soap from Flint Creek Soap Company, the official soap company of Stock Markets with Bruce. Thank you to all of you out there who are joining us, and welcome to the party, everybody. We're opening right here. Beachboy, come on, Elon, say something really divisive. I'd love to dip on Tesla right now. Larry has hit the bells. It's official. We are open for trading, and we're ready to rumble. So let's see what this market has going for everyone out there. Welcome to the party, pals. Let's see what this stock market is going to do today. Welcome all. The Savage, Splatter Savage is making me curious. Richard, neat. John Biscuit, I've ordered some, and I'm in the UK. I've ordered some of the soap. Not a lurker. The bells. Flint Creek, the official soap company of this channel. She loves it. Just loves to hear that. Welcome all to the program. We are at 9:09 on Sofi, up about a dime maybe. Uber is at 81.70. It's up 67 cents. Nvda is up $20 a share, 20.84 at 8.43 now. AI is up 55 cents this morning to 36.42. GameStop is up to $15.13. It's up 18 cents. Rocket Lab is up a penny at 4.55. The Dow's down 170 at the moment on this early run. SoFi now hitting 9.13 a share. That is up 14 or so cents, at least it was. We'll see if that lasts. We will be watching these opening trades carefully as we kind of sort things out here. Spire's up 8. Apple's down $3. Enphase up 30 cents. AMD is up $2.50. Adobe is up $4. Netflix up $3.70. Tesla is down $4.50 at $198.07. We've got Unity down 58 cents. Google is down 286. Moderna down 39. Cisco is up 6. Pfizer down 50. IBM up a dime. HPQ down 38 cents. Microsoft down 261 at $412. The 52-week high is $420. So we're only $7-8 off the high of Microsoft. It has not given up much yet. Cash secured, put credit spreads on Microsoft is a really good idea. Stay well behind it, follow it along. Amazon up 39 cents. Home Depot down 115. Vanix Semiconductors up 258. Goldman Sachs down 52. Boeing is up 7 cents. The Facebook shares Meta down $5.11. The Target down 132, JP Morgan down 52, Costco up 6.96, Walmart down 6 cents, Disney up 44, American Airlines is up 32, AMC is down 6 cents, DraftKings down 4, Royal Caribbean up 223, a share at 126 at the moment. Welcome all to the party. Great to have you all here. 97-point decline on the Dow, not 200 like we were showing in the pre-market, so not sure if all the market has opened yet. Maybe some of the Dow issues are still to register their first trades. We'll see. We're down 7 on S&P. We're down 40 on NASDAQ. Oil's up 12 centinos. SoFi right now, 8.98, down a penny. Uber's up 39. Nvda up 16.50. AI up 58. GameStop up 23. Rocket Lab is plus 9. So a lot of gaps are getting filled in right now as we start the day. Welcome. Honeybee, Splair, I ordered the same soap. I can't wait. Beach Boy, Splair, no stealing of Seinfeld quotes here, please. Shrinkage. There we go. There you go, kids. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to have you in the house. And thanks for these thumbs ups, making sure Strickland doesn't catch you red-handed. Don't let Strickland figure out that you haven't given me a thumbs up. He will write you a note. You don't want to get a pink slip from this guy. I mean, it's just not, even this guy is not dumb enough to get caught by Strickland. So don't get caught by Strickland, all right? Welcome to the party, everybody. We're here to have some fun, make a few bucks. Let's get on with it. Thank you all. Remember, do not make this entity upset. Do not upset the Knights of Ni. Even if you're a crusader looking for justice and the right answers, be careful not to upset the Knights of Ni. They will make your life miserable. That's the one thing you don't want to blow is upsetting the Knights of Ni. Absolutely not. All right, there you go. You've been forewarned. Touch grass, thumbs ups. Giddy up. Beach Boy, Savage, PLTR, Richard, neat. BV is saying, hey, Uncle Bruce, I may be holding on to a PCS, which is going the wrong way for a while. Put credit spread. I got to Google 120.30, May 17. Should I roll already or cross my arms and sit back for now? Google at the moment is 134.46, and you've written 130s in your long 120s, so you're still out of the money. It's a May scenario. Google hit the 52-week high of 155, so it's come down $21 to this level. Well, in theory, I mean, you can always take a look at the June contracts and just keep an eye on them for what kind of credit can you get there to unwind this trade and create that trade. Sure. And if you can move $5 or $10 on each of these positions, going to maybe, I don't know, 110.20 or something like that, backing away a little bit. If it's worth it, if it pays, then it's worthy. Otherwise, May 17, quite a bit of time yet. Just let it go. We'll see how it runs. Do not upset the Knights of Ni. Richard, Smart reports tomorrow before the market open. Smart Rent and Spire is Wednesday after the market close. So we'll have to wait until those two dates to really comment on what's going on with those guys. So yeah, thank you for that info. What do we got here? Moderna down 29 cents and Pfizer down 67. IBM up 136. The market, the Dow is now down 136. We're down 5.8 on S&P. We're down 22 only on NASDAQ. So actually the markets have recovered a bit, a little here, a little there. AI continues to run higher, 37.32, up 146 a share. Definitely looking good, and it can easily reach 40 in the near future. It could reach 40. The short position is much too big. Nvidia, $24 gain now, $8.47 a share on Nvidia. Uber up 54 cents. Sofi $8.99, $9, about a penny higher. GameStop up 16 at $15.11 now. Rocket Lab up 12 cents to $4.66. Spire down a penny at the moment. Spiders are down 56. The Qs are down 36 because the indexes are off a little bit. It's interesting to see how much green we have on our screen here for some of our favorites, and yet the markets are actually in the red. Cameron is saying BTC just hit 66,000. You're talking about Bitcoin. Good luck to Bitcoin players. I avoid it. Whatever, it is what it is. We're down 130 on the Dow, down 5 on S&P, and we're down 22 on NASDAQ right now. Okay. Giddy up, everybody. Netflix down 74 cents. Tesla down $7. We've got Unity down 98, where AI is up over $1 today. Very interesting. Google down 386 at 134. So it's good to see Google backing off for our friend here. Well, actually not backing off. We actually needed to go higher. Pardon me. 134. The low is 134.02. But, well, we'll see if it gives up more. It's a 23-time earning on Google. So it's not overpriced from a PE multiple by anything ridiculous. But markets fluctuate. So keep your eyes open on that, Google. Dude is saying, I love it. Welcome all. Have you seen MSTR, Cameron? People are asking each other a question. More power to you there. Pfizer down 70 cents here at $25.89. IBM up $2, $190 a share on IBM. If you buy this stock at $190, your yield now is 3.5%. There was a time at about 160 or so. I think it was around 160. The shares, even lower than that, were yielding 5%. Now it's 3.5, below a 10-year. So IBM has done well. So there's obviously anticipation out there that IBM will have a better quarter and year as a whole. Maybe they'll upgrade their financial projections. And there's guessing, speculation probably going on, that there might be a dividend increase coming, maybe a 10% dividend run. Who knows? That could be a reason why the shares are doing so well at 190. That's a possibility. Don't know. I haven't heard. 158 loss on the Dow, 7 points on S&P, 17 on NASDAQ. The NASDAQ market was down 80. It's now down 17. S&P was down 22. It's down 7. The Dow pre-market was down 200. It's down 150. There you go. Okay. John Biscuit. Richard, I'm up 8,000 on Spire. Wednesday night will either be celebratory whiskey night or consolidation whiskey night. John Biscuit, either way, whiskey will be involved. So there you go. Susan Shops, looking to close my Nvidia put credit spreads. Do I close each leg separately? Does it matter which leg closes first? Any help appreciated. This is my first put credit spread I'm closing. Your platform might be asking you, if you enter these trades, for what spread do you want? Right now, the spread is whatever the number is, and you can either say you can either accept the spread they're showing you that they can give you, or you might decide, well, based on the bid ask on each of these contracts, I think the spread should be smaller. I'd like a smaller spread. You might be able to enter a smaller spread amount, and it'll automatically take that into account to try to close you out. On the other hand, yes, you can close one side out before the other, but you have to be sure you have enough marginability to carry one side versus the other side. So if you buy back the puts you wrote, for every one you buy back, margin will be decreased. You will be released. Money will be released back to you for every put you buy back. The puts you just bought that you're long, you're only into those for the amount of money you put into them. And of course, it's likely you're going to sell those for less than you paid for them. That's part of the plan, because the puts you wrote are worth far less than what you wrote them for, and there's your profit. So, Susan, I don't know what your platform offers you, but if it does offer you the opportunity to enter both trades simultaneously, and you can set the spread amount, that might be the best way to go. But you now need to double check what are the prices of both of these puts. What are the bids and asks so that you can see the range between the two. Now, if they're very tight, if they're down to a nickel spread on each side, then you can just go with a market move and just be done with it. So keep us posted. Zed Estate. I'm number 145 on that thumbs up meter. Thank you. Welcome. Zed Estate is in the house, says Beach Boy. MSTR and Coin are Riot. And Riot are green. Slayer, I'm going to be interested in Wild Cherry Soap. Beach Boy, Slayer, no soup for misusers of Seinfeld quotes. There you go. Or no soap, no soup, no soap. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Are they on the same page? I have no idea what's going on here. 896 on Sofi, 897. Uber 81.90 up 87 cents. Nvidia up $30, 852. If you're creating a put credit spread on Nvidia today, you want to be looking at 700s, maybe 720 to right, 700 to buys, 740s and 720s, 740, 730, 740, 710s, 10, 20, $30 spread, up to you, what you're comfortable with. For 2 to 4 weeks out, something like that should be available up until, the third week of April. I'd look at those. Is that April 19? Am I guessing? Check it out. We're up 42 cents on AI, 36.29. If you want to do a credit spread on AI, you might look at 30s on the puts you're writing and 25s on the calls you're buying, or 20s on the calls you're buying. Write 30s by 20s and have a credit of $1, dollar something, depending how far out you go in time. Keep an eye on that. You never know. Might interest you, might not. Thank you all. We're down 113 on the Dow. We seem to be coming back right now a little bit. Goldman Sachs it was quoted today as saying that this tech rally is grounded in reality. It's the real deal. We're not talking about a tech rally of companies that might someday make money. They're not dominating the market today. The stocks that are dominating the tech rally are the Magnificent Seven that are making money, that have huge cash balances on the books, don't need to borrow any money from anyone for anything whatsoever. They're also adding to their profitability. They're growing their corporations. This is what the rally is based on. Back in 1999, when the NASDAQ had a bubble, it was trading on, stocks were trading at ridiculous values on what they could become someday, profitable. And then the bubble burst. That worked for a few years, but then it didn't work anymore. We're predicating this market. This market's run is really based on companies that are earning a ton of cash. Now, you could argue that Tesla is sort of yes, no, but you can't argue that Microsoft isn't making a ton of money. Apple, Google, Amazon, they're making money, tons of money. Nvidia, massive. That is what the majority of this market move is about. Then, of course, there are the secondary stocks behind these Magnificent Sevens, and that'll include Cisco, Oracle, Adobe, many others who are also making huge dollars and are cash rich. So corporate, let's say a big chunk of corporate America where the wins are happening and where the majority of the market gains are coming from, they're cash rich, they have no debts, they don't need to borrow money, they're earning more money per quarter than the year ago, they're growing their business, they're moving into AI in a big way to lower their cost basis, their costs. And if they can lower their costs, that means they're increasing their margins. Increase in margins means much higher per share profits, which means higher market prices. And that is what's fueling this market. Let's see. What else is going on here? Dude, I love it. Everything is green and the credit spreads are all going in the right direction. Just got to cross my arms and wait for shrinkage. And let's see, dude, Zed Estate knows what's up. MSTR, and glad to see Riot finally have a gain. Coin setting up for a great quarter. There you go, everybody. Congratulations. Credit spreads can be written all over the place, whether they're put credit spreads or call credit spreads. It doesn't matter what you write them against. It's a question of what do you want to be exposed to. Are you convinced that the markets as a whole, the stock market, with its run up, and it's not like we're running up 1,000 points at a time, but we're maybe topping out a bit. Do you want to dare write credit spreads on calls, or are you going to respect the fact that a lot of money keeps coming into this market? 8 trillion is parked in short-term money market funds, could come into the market at any time. You want to go on the put credit spread side, stay behind the running market and let the market go, and you stay back here and take your credit spreads back here and roll over into the next one, into the next one, into the next one. You can definitely play it either way. Okay, everyone? The shorts are trying hard to keep SoFi under $9, $8.92 down 7. The volume on SoFi in now, 18 minutes, 4.2 million. Very quiet. A very quiet opening this morning. GameStop at 15.10. A million shares traded in the first 18. That's more than normal. That is definitely more than normal. Interesting to watch that. Rocket Lab at 459, 460, 778,000. Kind of normal there. Nothing too ridiculous. AI now has gone to the red. It's now 43 cents in the red. 35.44 last price on 3.1 million. Remembering there's 105 million out that can possibly trade, but 33 million shorted. Big number. All right, the Dow off 72. We're actually improving on the Dow, and some issues are backing up a little bit. We're only down 5 on S&P. We're down 34 on NASDAQ. Oil still up 12 cents. 8.92 on SoFi, down 7. 15.21 up 26 cents on GameStop today. And earnings are out in the next 2 weeks. Apparently, so we're waiting for that still, but the stock has been creeping up a little in the last, say, week or two. Last week, Monday, we were 13.85 last week at some time. Got into the 14s. Now we're in 15.25 territory. So we've had a good week. And at the price we're at now, we're higher now than we were back on February the 9th when we reached 15.10. That's as good as it got back then. Now, you go back to the last time we were higher than this price of 15.21. January the 10th, 11th. That was the last time we saw these numbers. And that's almost 2 months ago for GameStop. So it's the best level in 60 days. It's not saying much. I'm not saying we're going to the moon, but we are definitely at the best levels in almost 2 months. So something is brewing at GameStop. Is it that Cohen is about to do a trade? He has to report a trade. What is he doing with the $1.2 billion? Are we going to find out? Is it because earnings are just around the corner and there's anticipation? I don't know yet. Robert Galileo expands collaboration with the Bank Corp to offer real-time payments via the clearinghouse. Interesting, Bank Corp. Interesting announcement there. We've been waiting for an announcement on SoFi and a large bank of some kind. I don't know if this is it though. I can't say. But the stock is 892, 894 at the moment. All right, there we are. I've got my quote up over here, and if I slip over to this level, is there any announcement? Yes, Galileo expands collaboration with Bancorp to offer real-time payments via the clearinghouse. This just came out on the wire. So it says that Galileo Financial Technologies, a leading financial company owned and operated independently by SoFi, today announced an expansion of its relationship with the Bancorp Bank that enables real-time payment services using the RTP network from the clearinghouse. Galileo and the Bancorp are delivering instant money movement between bank accounts, enabling fintechs and brands to solve the long-standing cash flow challenges faced by small businesses and consumers looking to get fast access to their funds. Real-time payments are available any time of the day, year-round, ensuring the instant availability of funds, even when traditional methods such as ACH and the wires are unavailable. In the third quarter, 2023's transition volume and value over the RPT network hit a record of 64 million transactions at $34 billion. All right. Okay, what I don't know for Galileo and for SoFi is, what does this mean to them financially? Does this make SoFi much richer? Does it give SoFi access to a lot of new potential clientele? I can't answer this question at all. I just am not aware of the what the ramification of this really is. We're at 891 on the shares at this moment in time. There are no independent analysts announcing anything at the moment. I really don't know if this means anything to the long-term viability of SoFi. Does it make Galileo $1 million a year more, $5 million a year more, $10 million a year more, $50 million a year more? Could this add millions of subscribers to SoFi's banking network? Does it make no difference whatsoever in that area? I don't know. So when I know, I'll let you know. And in case any of you do know any of this, you tell me. Thank you, everybody. Robert Benson, we need 46 more thumbs ups. We have 200 thumbs ups. Thank you, Robert. Let's go to the moon. Beach Boy, a few more snow. Jan 26 150s. Cash secured puts for 2340. Thank you very, very much, everybody. Beach Boy 2398. Giddy up, taking the money. Welcome. Adam allows e-commerce without credit cards. This is big in Europe. No idea if this would be attractive to consumers in the USA. Might allow slightly lower prices. So there's some info there. Again, I have no idea. We're at 889, 890 on the stock. This may be a nothing burger announcement, or it might mean a big move later. I don't know. It can't be bad. This isn't bad news. So the question is, does the street give a crap about any of it? I don't know. Okay. We'll find out. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We'll be waiting and watching, and we'll just see how things transform. Welcome all to the show. We're down 64 on the Dow. That's all we're down now. This market is definitely improving here. Down 4 on S&P. We're down 32 on the Nasdaq. Okay. AI still off 43 cents right here. Nvda holding a $25 gain at 848. Uber up 26 cents. SoFi 891 now. GameStop 15.20 up 25 cents. Rocket Lab is up 1.2 cents at 4.55. Bancorp belongs to U.S. Bank, so I would say it's good news for SoFi. So there we go. This is, again, maybe the announcement we were waiting for regarding an announcement with a Big Five bank, that this is the announcement that U.S. Bancorp is the number 5 bank in America. It has 2,000 ATMs and access to 4,500 additional ABMs. So that is a big deal there for SoFi to be involved with. But does this mean anything on SoFi's banking end, or is it all Galileo? But is this for Galileo a potential multi-million-dollar profit transaction that will affect the profitability of SoFi because they own the whole thing? That's what I'm wondering about. And is this more than just a U.S.-only announcement? Is this international? Is it much, much larger than we understand it to be? At the moment, I don't have the breakdown for you. I just don't know. 892, 893 on SoFi at the moment. Will any Wall Street analysts who follow SoFi be in any way impressed with this announcement? Does it mean anything to these guys? Will they care? The fact that a Big Five bank is teaming up with Galileo, owned by SoFi, rather than develop their own system or someone else. Well, maybe this is a good deal. Maybe this is a big thing. Anyway, that's just what I read. There you go. Linda, thank you very much. Like I say, I'm sitting here speculating in live for you. Just going, I have no idea. The volume on Sofi now is 5.8 million. So we're not getting 10 million a minute coming through here, a million a minute. We don't have an increase in volume on the stock yet. Will we get it? Maybe in an hour something clicks. I don't know. But at the moment, it doesn't appear that anything is actually happening there. 15.27, though, something is happening on GameStop. We got up to 15.59 already today on GameStop. We were up 50-something cents a share today. 1.2 million. Something is brewing here. But I would like to think that what's happening is GameStop is slowly inching towards the earnings date. That's what I want to think. I can't be any more specific than that. I am hoping that's what it is. We're up 32 cents, and we're going to take that and run with it. Let's get more. Rocket Lab 453 down a penny. The Dow off 72 points. S&P down 3.7, and NASDAQ down 27. Oh my gosh, there we go. I've been up way too long today. Couldn't sleep this morning. Way too excited. Welcome all to the show and to the program this morning. It's great to have you all with us today. Let's take a quick peek at some of our faves. We're at Rocket Lab at 452, down about a penny. Sofi 492, GameStop at 525. Matterport is at 206.5, down about 5 cents. 23andMe at 52 cents a share. Aspire 1217, down 31. ATIP 680. We've got SmartRent at 286. Apple is at 175.01, down 460. Goldman is up $393 at $392. Cisco's up 33 cents. Tesla down $8.95 to $193.69. Arc Innovations is off 53 cents. Microsoft is up 25 cents now. It's gone green. Pfizer down 86 at 25.72. HBQ down 8, 29.32 a share. Google is down 3.95 at 134.13. Amazon 179.66, up $1.44. Those two stocks were at one point equal in price, but one has left the other behind at the moment. Nvda is up $21 at 8.44. Unity down 140. AI down 70 cents. Adobe up 420. Spiders are down 38. Qs are down 86. Netflix is up 25 cents. IBM up 3.48 now to 191.68. That is about $5 or so behind the all-time high of 196.90 set earlier this year, at least a 52-week high anyway. Meta Platforms down $2 at 500 a share. The all-time high 504. Vanik Semiconductors 223.29 up 275. The high all-time 225.36, $2 away. Home Depot 383 down 82 cents. The high of the year 385. Enphase at 125 down 430. High of the year 231. Palantir 23.64 down $1.29. The high mark 25.69 for the last 52 weeks. Set just a few weeks ago. 25.69, we're at 23.65, about a $2 dip from the high. Uber, 81.20, the all-time high, 82.14 in the last 52 weeks. I think all-time, 82. We're at 81.22, 90 cents away from the high on Uber. So we don't have massive sell-offs going, just little pullbacks here and there, minor, slight profit-taking moves. That's about it. As we speak right now. Welcome everybody to the show. 885 on Sofi, down 14 cents now is what I'm showing over there. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. It's nice to have you all here. Hector is saying, Uncle Bruce, last Friday I rolled up and out of my short GameStop calls from $16 March to $20 Aprils. I was paid to do that. As Savage says, give them nothing. There you go. Right on, man. And the fact that it's at 15, 14, doesn't matter, does it? It's wonderful. Well done. For those of you with $15 GameStop calls, you might want to look at going further up with a higher strike. Take more money. Absolutely. Take a higher strike with a higher premium and dare them to take you out. Totally up to you. Cash secured puts. You want to write $15 cash secured puts on GameStop. The market is available. You want to try and write 13s, a little out of the money, knock yourself out. SoFi 886. You want to write $8 cash secured puts on SoFi, 8s, 9s, 10s, whatever. Yeah. Rocket Lab 450 right now. Writing $4 cash secured puts is a good idea. We hit 460 something this morning already. We could go higher again. Interesting markets. A 76-point drop on the Dow. Make it 72 now on the Dow. Only down 72 points on the Dow. Okay. Whoo-wee. Oil up 6 cents. That's it. Oil up just 6 centinos. Not much going on oil today. All right, everyone. Thank you all for joining this channel. We have a thumbs up meter now. Let's just double check this. Last I had was 138. We're now sitting at thumbs ups of 159. Thank you all. 159 thumbs ups. Keep them coming. 41 away from 200. I appreciate you. This is good stuff, everybody. Welcome to the show today, and I'm glad you're all with us today. All right. All righty, guys. Well done, all. Taking dough off the table that they're handing to you. Why not? They want to give it away. You might as well be the one taking this cash from these gamblers of these options. It's unreal. All right. Okay, 885, 886 on SoFi, down 13 cents so far. All right, Nvda 847, up $25. The range of 837 to 853 on Nvda today. Just wow. Definitely credit spreads. Put credit spreads are the way to go there. AI now 34.81, down 106. The high was 37.54. 37.50. We're at 34.80. So we've given up a bit of ground here. This showing you there's volatility here, and this stock will do this. It will now be fluctuating. And for some of you, that's exactly what you're looking for. You want this kind of volatility in AI. You want to take advantage of cash secured puts and covered calls. You want to get in and out. This stock may afford you that at a price you can afford to play with. So there you go, guys. Keep up the good work. Juan, neat. Same with Hector and Honeybee. The knee attack has started. I think we should absolutely honor the Knights of Knee here. If we don't, we are taking our lives in our hands unnecessarily. There's no need to have silly risks in life. It's best to honor the Knights of Knee. If you don't, you're just asking for trouble. And we don't ask for trouble around here. We go, hey, just tell me the direction you want to go. I'll go with you. The stock wants to go up, great. I'll follow the stock. You want to go down? I'll follow it down. Yeah, no problem. I'm an easygoing, all-purpose investor here when it comes to option writing. I love making money any direction this market wants to go. And so honoring the Knights of Knee are probably a very good idea here to let the Knights of Knee know that you are absolutely honoring their powers. Thank you, Juan and Hector and Honeybee. Also, Richard, the big E with the Z at the end there. Thank you. Larry Titus, neat. David Duff, Honeybee, neat. Here they come. TJ, Splair, neat. Here they come. It's just coming in. No question, we will honor the Knights of Knee. Yes, White Feather, neat. That's right. Absolutely. Giddy up, kids. Giddy on up. Isn't this fun today? GameStop 1501 up 6, 885 on SoFi down 14. Mandude number 5. Neat. Sharon is in the house at number 164. Welcome, Sharon, to the show. Glad to have you here. D.A. Truda, neat. Farmalus, neat. Thank you all for being here with us today. It's appreciated, all of you. We love you. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see how much dinero comes into people's hands as the day wears on today. Kitty on up, everyone. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, down 84 on the Dow. 888 on Sofi. 888 right now. Okay. And there we go. There we are. My computer has gone super slow right now. It is really backed off in speed here. We're just kind of creeping along here right now with our internet connection. Not sure what to make of it. Could be my computer. I don't know. By the way, thank you. I got a message or two on my email about how to improve this computer speed. Um, I do appreciate it. I need all the help I can get sometimes. Still not getting my computer to work yet. Fingers crossed, BB maybe out, says Beach Boy. Deep value. Neat. Savage of Wall Street. Unity, please go to 26. I want to write some 20, 26, 25 cash secured puts for $12. Beach Boy. Neat. Stephen Butler. Neat. Hector, Uncle Bruce, GameStop is like a bomb with a fuse likely being lit when Cohen turns on his microphone and speaks. Hector, neat. Honeybee. Uncle Bruce, how's Auntie Jen doing? She's hanging in there. She's got a bit of a cold right now, but she's all excited because tomorrow Jen Jr. arrives from Canada, so we're just she's just biding her time here, waiting for Jen Jr. to show, and we're quite happy about that. And I still am not getting an update. Oh my gosh, we are dealing here with a very slow channel right now. I'm not sure what is going on YouTube here. Hopefully my signal is good and that you're getting it and it's coming through okay, because I'm winging it. I do not know if we're getting performance or not. 888 on SoFi right now, still down 11 cents. The low of the session, 884. We're at 7.2 million traded. Very quiet day on SoFi. But U.S. Bancorp, they've made an announcement with those guys. How will this affect the shares? I do not know. Oh, you're coming in loud and clear, says Beach Boy. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, here we go. Thank you. I'm glad that's working out because on my computer here, I am getting real frustrating feedback. Okay, here is this. I don't know if this is working properly or not. It's slow. Oh boy, is my computer slow today. Really slow. Yeah. This is. I have an issue here somewhere in this machine of mine, and some of you have been giving me some pointers, but I got to tell you, I need really basic instructions. Some of you say, "Oh, go here, go there, and click that." And I just go. I don't even know what that button is. I don't know what the first button is, so I can't find the second button. I don't know what it is. Although I will say, when Jen Jr. is here tomorrow, guess what she's going to do? Unknowingly, she's going to come in here and make my computer go faster because I think she knows how to make this happen. But we'll see about that. Oh boy. What was I up to here? Okay, sometimes I wait so long for my computer to do something, I forget what it is I was going to tell the computer to do. See how sad that is? It's pathetic, isn't it? Don't get old. Nothing personal. Don't get old. Thank you all. Okay. Let's see here. Susan Shops. I rolled my AI cash secured put strike May 17, 2024. I filled it at $4.55 and I sold to open a $35 strike. June, I got it at $5.85, so a credit of $130. AI has dropped to $34.90. When do I choose to roll? Was I too early? Don't do anything. Just sit tight. Don't do a thing. Bobby, this is Canada. We're receiving Vivash. It is so clear, Uncle Bruce. You just carry on. John Biscuit, it's time to upgrade from Commodore 64. Oh no. Beach for Uncle Bruce, lemon pie with Irish coffee to Jen. That's what we need right there. That's what it will require. So that's good advice. 890 now on SoFi. 890. The low of the session, 884. We're back to 890 on SoFi right now. Okay, everybody, thank you. I remember what I was going to do. Oh boy, I'll tell you, I'm just ugh. I am wickedly slow here. Okay. Gotta get my act together here. It's not. I've been better. Here we go. Okay, let me get this done. Let me do that and hit that. Okay, I've forgotten to do this one little move here. There, I finally got it done. My goodness. I'm way behind the 8 ball today. I had to get the messaging back to non-members. Forgotten that I was hadn't shifted to members only on the commentary. What can I say? It's Uncle Bruce at his worst. What can I say? Okay, we're upgrading here. We're updating now. We have 100 and how many? 100. How many thumbs ups? 169 on the thumbs up. We need 31 more thumbs ups to get to 200. There you go. The Supreme Court has restored Donald Trump back to the Colorado ballot, effectively ending the state challenges as sought to bar him from his role in the Capitol riots. There you go. So the Supreme Court has paid off for Donald Trump by putting those Bible thumpers on there. He's got the Supreme Court in his back pocket, giving him what he wants to be able to run for president, even though the January 6th insurrection was a mess. We'll see how the rest of these rulings go, but so far, the Supreme Court is rolling down the highway towards Yellow Man trying to get reelected. Interesting, very interesting. Matterport is terrible, says JJ. There you go. All right. Well, see what happens here. Interesting times, isn't it? It's unbelievable. We're down 113 on the Dow. AI down 126. Nvda up to 850 here, almost 850 again. $26 gain on Nvda. Uber up 17. SoFi at 890, down 9 cents. GameStop 1506, up 11 now. Over at Matterport, we're at 204, down 7 cents right now on Matterport. The 52-week low on Matterport, 184. That's the all-time low on Matterport. And I just shake my head and go, anyone selling, it's a mistake. But hey, what can I tell you? People picking this up and averaging down, good move. 204.8. SmartRent 284, coming up with earnings shortly. Next couple of days, something like that. All right, that's what I got. We're at 109-point loss on the Dow Jones. We've got a $26 gain on Nvidia. Big move higher for AI. We're only down 6 points on the S&P. That's 0.13 of a percentage point, 1/8 of a percent. NASDAQ down 36 points, a quarter of a point. That's it. Oil down 15 cents. It's gone red again at the moment. Okay. 889 last trade on SoFi. 889 to 890 on SoFi. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, I don't believe it's getting old. Uncle Bruce, it's just technology. It's moving so fast with AI. It's trial and error. I must admit, you need to update your gadgets. I know. I know. Cody, hey, Uncle Bruce, how do you feel about this trade on SoFi versus the standard 90-10 poor man covered call? By January 2026, $10 calls at 3, and then sell the January 2026 for $1.25. I don't get it, but I don't think so. Hector of AI 3467, which makes option buybacks suspect. What happened to earnings optimism? We've got volatility now in this stock. Cody, I just figured if we're not running, why not do a debit spread? No, spicy 171. What's this? 170. Thumbs up 171. I wrote $17 calls on GameStop, good for only 30 days. I got $1.50 for them. That's 50 of them. How about that? 50 of them for $1.50 a pop. There you go. $7,500 coming in at 17 on GameStop. 715.06 on the stock. Okay, that could work out nicely. Lorraine, I invested in a new 34-inch wide monitor. I have 6 things going at the same time. It's unbelievable. Cody, younger, sell the 20s for. Oh, sorry. Sell the 20s for 125. Buy the 10s. Susan Shops did the AI roll, trying to figure these rolls. I did have May expiration, and I had time to wait, but I thought we wanted to listen to the stocks. So when we went below my strike, I should have folded my arms. That's what I should have done. There you go. Okay. We're down 107 on the Dow. AI down 112. Nvidia is up $28 now to 851. It's going up again. Hector, Lorraine, women are excellent multitaskers. There you go. Uber at $81, down 3 cents. Sofi $8.88, down 11. GameStop 15.08, up 13. Rocket Lab 4.46, down 8 cents. Pardon me, 8 cents. Okay. Spire 11.95, down 53 cents. Spiders are down 55. Qs are down 64. Apple's down 5.06 a share. Enphase down 4.85. AMD is up 6.39. Adobe's up 370 roughly, and Netflix up 450. Tesla down 950 at 193 a share. Matterport down 7 cents. SmartRent down 8. Owens Corning up 90. ATIP down a dime. Unity down 179. Google down 396. Moderna down 135. Cisco's up 22 cents. Pfizer down 51. IBM is up 359 today. We got the Dow off 99 points. We're coming back on a bit here. HPQ down 5. Microsoft down 20 cents. ME down 3 cents. Amazon is up 160. Home Depot down $1.08. Vanik Semiconductors up 427. Goldman is up 450. Boeing down 230. Meta down 280. Target down 350. JP Morgan's up 108. Costco up $12. $12.76 at 762. Walmart is up 23 cents. Disney up 119. It's at $113. American Airlines up 28 cents. $15.94. AMC down 13 cents. DraftKings down 12 cents. And Royal Caribbean up 211. That's what we've got at the moment on a bunch of our stocks that we follow closely here. Welcome all to the party. Cody, laugh a lot. Oh, okay, just need to be told not to play the slot machine. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. There you are. Well, yeah. Grab the lessons, learn to write, credit spreads, cash secured puts, get rich. Simple. Let the gamblers give you the money. Let them hand it to you. They're going to hand it to you. They're going to do it. The worse the market gets, the more desperate they get, the more and easier it is to take their money. It's just that simple. And take the little victories, one after the other, after the other, after the other. They just pile up to a bunch of money. And it turns out to be a nice cash flow game that you can play. Nvidia's high of the day is 853.86. We're 850.37. We're like 350 from the high of the session here, up 27.50 a share. Looking good. Price earnings 71 times, all-time high 350, 380, 853. That's the high of the day. That's the high of all time for Nvidia. Oh boy. JJ, Cody, this could be a two-way loser. Stick with the plan, Splair. Just in case, have a relaxed day, everybody. Thank you. We will try and do that. I'm going to be on the air later tonight for TWB, Traveling with Bruce. Get this show done and tend to Auntie Jen and see how she's doing with her coughing and stuff. Hopefully her cold will pass. It seems to be passing, but one day at a time. What can I say? Thank you all for being part of the show today. We have a thumbs up meter now. Let's take a look at this thing. Last was around 165, 170 or something. The thumbs up meter now is hovering around 170, 174. So we're 26 away from 200. Thank you all for coming together for us on this. Appreciate it. All righty. There we are. Okay. Thank you all. Welcome new members. Welcome rolling over members. Welcome everyone to the show and to the party today. It's nice to have you here with us. Are we at the lows of the day? I don't know. I can't answer that question. We'll just follow it and go from there, everybody. Giddy up, kids. Those of you who've written call options, you're grinning. Those of you who've been running credit spreads, you're watching these markets. Cash secured put writers, you're looking to make your next move. More than one way to make money in this market. Thank you all for popping in. GameStop is holding a dime gain. Nvda is up nicely. Uber's up 11 cents. But everywhere else, I've got red arrows here. Rocket Lab down 9, SoFi down 15, Matterport off 8 cents, 23andMe down 3, Spire down 68, ATIP down a dime, SmartRent down a dime, Apple down 5.34. The all-time high 199.62 on Apple. We're at 174.29. That's where we're at now. The Goldman 393. The high of the year, 396.79. We're up 540. We're coming up to the high. Cisco, 48.50. The low of the year, 45. The high, 58. So we're 10 below the high and only 3 above the low. Tesla was up to 299 in the last 52 weeks. We're at 193, down 960. ARC, 50.28. The high, 54. The low, 33. Microsoft, 414.80. High of 420. Low of 245. So still holding the highs here. Pfizer, 25.93, down 66. The low of the 52 weeks, 25.61. Right around here, the high, 42.22. There's a lot of upside potential on Pfizer. HPQ, 29.38, down 3 cents. The low of 25.20. The high, 33.90. Google, 134. The low, 89.94. The high of 155.19 for the year. Amazon, the all-time high is right here, 179.97. We're at 179.68. This is the high of the year. The low of 88. Is there a downside move on Amazon or more upside is the question. Nvidia, 847 right now. High of 853 that was set this morning. Unity, 2706. The low of the year, 22. The high, $50. AI trading at $35. The low of the 52 weeks, 16.79. The high, 48.87. We're at 35.04. Climbing again on AI. We're coming back up. Today's low on AI was 34.50. We've come back 50 odd cents a share so far. Adobe, 572 up 180. The 52-week high, 638. The low, 323. What a range this stock has had. Spiders are down 45. Qs are down 85. Netflix is 623 up 394. The high, 623.92. This is the high of the year for Netflix. Very interesting. IBM, 191. The high of the year, 196.90. Meta is at 500 a share. The high of all time, 504. We're just at the highs on Meta. Vanix Semiconductors, all-time high, 225.30. We're at 224.80. That's the high range of 430 today. Home Depot at 383 roughly, the high of 385. Enphase, 124.80. The high of 231. The low of 73. So we're on the lower end of this range. Palantir at 23.90. The high of the year, 25.69. The low, 7.19. So we're well off the lows, but just below the highs. Uber, 82.14 was set this morning, I think. We're at 81.19 right now. That's what I've got at the moment, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us and being with us again today. From wherever on the planet you are at, we thank you for joining us and joining this channel as subscribers, joining this channel as a member, Gold Eagle member, taking classes, looking me up for one-on-ones. You guys are much, much appreciated here. Thank you all. Very, very much indeed. 175 thumbs up count right now, 25 away from 200. there you go. That's the story at the moment. Let's see what else is going on here. Beach Boy, both the Prime Minister and Justice Minister are sick. Yesterday, government meeting and today's Judicial Commission canceled. Gantz is at the White House. Something is afoot. Mandu number 5, Hope Anti-Gen feels better. Good afternoon, everybody. Lorraine, Hector, women are good at a lot of things. We keep the men grounded. There you go. Splair, Beach Boy, hopefully they're not planning together with Anti-Gen how to take over the world. Beach Boy, my opinion, BB's ejector seat, 10, 9, 8, 7. Cody, are any of the classes about how to identify good companies versus bad companies the most important things to look for or to avoid? Somewhat. I do have some. There's one class there talking about how I pick my stocks and stuff, so you can look into that. Blair Lorraine with 6 displays, a real digital pro here. Hector, look what you started. Honeybee, Cody, I think lesson number 10 is how Uncle Bruce picks his favorites. Beach Boy Splair, the worst thing BB would do is facing Anti-Gen. That would result in BB out. No mic drop. No question about it. Lorraine, it's curved. It's a curved screen. Oh, right on. Cody, Honeybee, thank you. I'm not planning to skip ahead. I was just hoping it was there. Right on. There you go. All right. We're down just 78 points on the Dow. We're coming back. This market has not given up much ground here. Down only 4 points on S&P. We're coming around here. 49 on the S and Nasdaq. We're down that much there. Oil is down 47 cents. So, hey, welcome everybody to the program. Keeping an eye on this market together here. Thank you all for joining in. 886 last trade on Sofi. 1508 now on GameStop. A Rocket Lab 445 down 9. 8136 on Uber. We're climbing again on Uber. Interestingly there. Okay, not a worker. Good morning, Bruce. What did I miss? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The fact that people are making money left and right, you're missing nothing. Nothing to worry about here. Just rerun the show. Watch the rerun at double speed, and you'll get the show at a higher pitched level. How about that? Oh my goodness! Welcome all of you to the program. Thank you again for all of you out there supporting this channel. Every way you do it, I appreciate it very much. And it was a pleasure meeting you, some of you this weekend on these one-on-ones. It was absolutely eye-opening and fantastic. It's just great. I'm just hoping I can help you all with what you need done and figured out. Thank you all for joining this YouTuber each and every day. I'm going to pack it in right now. I'm getting really tired. And thank you for all your support and for supporting each other as well. All right, kids, have a great rest of your day today. Bruce and Jen from Palm Desert, wishing you nothing but the best. Take care. We'll catch up with you guys a little later, certainly tomorrow. And any of you watching on TWB, you can join me later tonight. If all goes well, I'm on the air. All right, kids, that's it for me. Have a great day, and we'll keep an eye on these markets. Just get richer out there. And we'll talk to you real soon. Okay, bye for now.